This is the latest Karcher K7. It's the K7 Premium Smart Control. Now, the premium, as far as I can tell, means that it's got a hose reel. I think the normal one doesn't have the hose reel. That's actually a very handy thing to have on the machine. And the Smart Control means that you can actually control various operations on the pressure washer using a phone, maybe even a tablet with the app installed. Now, I've already done a video showing you how to install the app. It was a bit of a chew, but I got there in the end. And this is actually powered up at the moment. I turned it on. It's switched off on this switch here. And when I turned it on, I actually connected the app. So the next thing to do is to connect the water supply to the machine, and I would suggest that whenever you do that, you always fill the hose first. Before we start, I'll just say that the minimum flow required for the Karcher K7 is 12 litres a minute. So you need to make sure that you've got enough water pressure to supply the machine the water it needs. Now, 12 litres a minute is 2 litres every 10 seconds. So this is a 2 litre jug. We'll see how long it takes to fill a 2 litre jug. That's 8 seconds. So my system is delivering 15 litres a minute, which is above the minimum, so I know that that's alright. That's worth checking before you buy one of these K7 machines. Something that I think is worth mentioning is I've got 3 hose connectors around the house. Now, the hose connection that I'm connected to at the moment is round on that side. You'll notice there's a hose connection here. Now, when I checked that hose connection, I was only getting 10 litres per minute, and the reason being that is connected to my cold water storage tank in the loft. The point I'm trying to make is if your hose point is delivering less than 12 litres per minute and you've got more than one hose point, check all of them, because you might find that one of them is adequate and it will do the job. So I'll connect that to the machine, and then I'm going to go around the back and turn the water on. Next, it says to unreel all the high pressure hose. And this machine comes with 10 metres of hose and 5 metres of electrical cable, so it's got quite a long reach. And then it says to turn on the machine. Now, you'll see how quick that was to pressure up. This has never been used before, and that is because we charged the hose first. I filled it full of water. This has got 3 nozzles built into this one particular attachment. It's got the Vario nozzle, it's got the Dirt Blaster nozzle, and then it's got a detergent nozzle. Now, it's not called Dirt Blaster on this, it's called Dirt Grinder. So that's a gun connected. I just want to see what happens when I press a trigger. I can see by that jet that it's actually running on the Vario. Now, if I turn it round to mix, press a trigger, you'll notice there's very little pressure there. And then when I turn it again, this is the one I'm interested in, which is the Dirt Grinder. Now, there is a world of difference between those 3 settings. The Dirt Grinder will only work on hard pressure, in other words it's high pressure. It will only work on high pressure. The mix will only work on low pressure, and the Vario lance, you can actually adjust it from soft, medium to hard using the control on the handle, and I'll demonstrate that a little bit later on. I've finally worked out what Smart Control is, and I've come inside because I couldn't think of a way to actually show you how it works. But you can select a list of tasks that you want to complete with the pressure washer. So if I go continue, you can see there's a few there that you can choose from. And let's just say that we want to wash the car. So you select car, it tells you that you need the pressure level setting at 2, you need it on the Vario nozzle setting, and that it's got 8 steps. And you can see it says view steps, so you can actually click on that and it takes you through every step of cleaning the car from start to finish. If you go back out of that, you'll see it says transfer pressure to gun. Now, that is what Smart Control is. What it doesn't do is it doesn't change the nozzle setting, so you've got to change that over to the Vario nozzle and then you can get the job done. Now, personally, I think it's a waste of time. I think it's a good idea to have the various tasks and what the settings are, but you might as well just put them in manually. All you're really getting from the Smart Control is it's transferring the water pressure over to the gun. That's it. And another point I would make is there's absolutely nothing in the instructions about using this practically what it does or anything like that, which is abysmal as far as I'm concerned. So let's have a look at the control on the gun. Now, it's quite a simple system to use. You'll notice there that we've got those 3 bars, and you'll notice that each one is split into 2, 1, 2 and 3. On this machine, the pressure is not altered by adjusting the lance. It actually does it electronically, and I think it adjusts the speed of the motor or a pressure valve on the motor, something like that. So if I select minus, I don't know whether you can hear that, but there's something going on inside the machine because I can hear it doing something. That is a minimum pressure. So that's soft. 1 is soft. Then we go on to medium, and we've got low, medium and high medium. And then we've got low, high and high pressure. And then when the machine's running, you can press that again. If you keep your finger on it, it goes into boost, and it will stay in boost if the machine's running. And the boost actually elevates the pressure, and then you'll have to wait until it cools down, and then you can use it again after a minute or two. I don't know exactly how long it is, but after a while. I'm turning the nozzle at the bottom. The gun does not realise what nozzle you've got set. So it's up to you to make sure that you've got the correct nozzle set for the task that you're doing. Basically, the nozzle doesn't talk to the gun. It has a battery indicator. There is a battery compartment, and you've got to press this button in on the side, and you'll see it kind of slips out and pushes the battery compartment up at the same time, and then that just flicks forward, and there we've got the batteries. To change the nozzle, this is the Vario lance, and you can see it's got soft, medium and hard. Now they're just indications. It doesn't actually do anything on this nozzle. That's just to show you that you've got those options available. If I turn it around one more turn, you'll see that's a dirt grinder setting, and you can only use it on hard, which is high pressure. And then if we turn it again, we've got the mix, so that you can actually put solution into the machine and use it to spray detergent. You can see that there are 3 different jets coming out of this one nozzle. So that's how it changes from one to the other. So today it's my intention to get started on this area of the patio. So as you can see, it does a good job of lifting up the dirt on the patio. It is quicker than the K4. The dirt grinder nozzle seems to have a wider spread on it, so it moves over the area quicker. Now what I'm going to do now is demonstrate the T-Racer, which is the thing that is actually designed for jobs like this on patios. Now that is absolutely tremendous. It is way better than the K4 version. It is literally just whizzing through all this. It's way quicker. I think it's going to take me much less time to get this patio done with this new setup. So that is something I am very impressed with. The T-Racer is considerably quicker than using the dirt grinder nozzle. It actually seems to be more aggressive as well. So I'll just demonstrate the difference between the dirt grinder and the T-Racer compared to the Variolance, which is on maximum pressure. Now, it does get rid of it, it doesn't get rid of it as well. I don't know whether you can see that, but I can see there's a definite line there where we're seeing the difference between using the T7 Racer and using the Variolance on maximum pressure. So it is removing the vast majority, but not as much as the T-Racer and not as much as the dirt grinder. The K7 Premium Smart Control Pressure Washer. In my opinion, this is a really good pressure washer. I'm very impressed with it. It's way better than my K4. As far as the premium is concerned, in other words a hose reel, I think that is a big advantage on one of these machines because it is so tidy and easy to fool around. The hose takes care of itself in the reel, and it's a lot better than coiling a hose up and sticking it over the handle or something like that when you want to transport it about. The Smart, well, I think that is just a gimmick really. All it basically does is alter the pressure on the pump, and you can do that just by pressing a button on the handle. I mean, the fact that it gives you like a presentation with photographs telling you what the steps are for each task, well, you could do that without the Smart Control anyway, and I paid, I think it was an extra £50 at least for that facility on this machine, and I really do not think it's worth it. Other than that, I think it's a smashing machine, and I think it's going to save me a lot of time around the house and garden. I've got masses of patio to clean, and this will knock, I think, days off rather than a few hours off in the work that it's going to actually save me. I think it's so much quicker. The T7 Racer is brilliant on this machine. I like the fact that you can alter the nozzle to get the various jets, so you're not constantly taking the nozzle on and off this to get the various jets. It's way better that way, and all in all I am very pleased with the machine. Knowing what I know now, I would not have gone for the Smart Control. I would have spent less money and just gone for the K7 Premium. But saying that, it is a smashing machine. I hope you found this review useful, and thank you very much for watching. Please take care out there.